Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. And guys, I just quickly want to say thank you all for supporting the channel. We are above 131,000 subscribers. Sometimes I look at the number and think, damn, that is crazy. Just want to give you all a big shout out for supporting and stopping by and saying hi. You guys are all amazing. Now, in terms of XRP price, things really haven't changed too much, guys. XRP is still bouncing from the trend line which we put in, and to be honest with you, it's looking as if it's going to break to the downside of it, but we shall see over the next couple of hours as really it's hovering. It's getting really close though. To be honest with you, we're still hovering around the 0.5, officially between the 0.382 and the 0.5, but really hovering around the 0.5 Fibonacci on the 1-day level. From a weekly perspective on XRP, we're still hovering in the middle of the very large symmetrical triangle, which again, some people will put any validity into, some people will say it's completely useless, but that's the way that I currently see it right now. I am still awaiting a breakout towards the upside though, even though I did expect to come down back in. Again, look at what we've basically said before. There are two main scenarios for Bitcoin, and I still expect the exact same thing. Either bounce from about 41,000 towards the moon, or bounce from about 31 or so, basically make another bottom at the area which we've hit in January, hit back at the May to freaking July area, and then bounce towards the moon. I don't really think there's any other scenario from here. We are right now at scenario number 1. We can only go to scenario number 2 before a liftoff. But guys, I am buying like a madman because any one of these scenarios is just very bullish for the dip buyers, guys. At least that's my own opinion. Now, in terms of the bullish flag, you might say, oh, Dusty, we've breached the problem. First of all, no, because this line is kind of arbitrary. We put it there because that was just to kind of showcase how a bullish flag usually, which again is a continuation pattern, looks a little bit like this, but there's no real relevance to where the line should be. It could be here, it could be there, it could be whatever. It's just you have a bullish trend going on, you get the trend to be interrupted for a little while, and then afterwards it continues on. If it goes in a flag like this, doesn't always work, but very often does work if paired with the right other circumstances. And the fact that the rest of the cryptos basically are setting up for another meteoric rise, I'm just buying like a madman. Now, to be honest with you, Bitcoin does look a lot more solid than XRP. Just from a look at it, it's as if Bitcoin just had a little bit of a better correction again than XRP. Then again, percentage-wise, I think XRP actually had the better correction. It's kind of difficult. But for both of them, guys, I just think it's going to pop off without that much time in between. I'm just watching it. Of course, I have a couple of long positions open on Bybit already, as you guys most likely know. And our last trade was very successful. I think that was the last big trade that we did. Right now, we have broken out towards the downside. Should we go short? I told you guys before. Theoretically speaking, we should, right? So we should basically, there's even a gap. So that's scarier to trade, by the way, whenever there's a gap like that. Means a pretty big movement in a very short amount of time. Pretty scary to do that. But no, this is something which you could try and trade. I'm definitely not daring to do so, to be completely honest with you. But guys, let me quickly tell you that pretty shortly here, there's going to be some crazy competition coming up over on Bybit. I just want to quickly notify you guys of that. So if you have not made a Bybit account yet, make sure you go ahead and check it out. Everybody who's made an account through me is going to get some benefits. I'm telling you already. It could be that the bonus that's in the description does not work anymore. It could be, because the bonuses change really frequently. But there'll be another bonus. And again, guys, I am the only channel out there in the entire world right now that gives away XRP via these guys. Just letting you know. If you want to win XRP, there's going to be so many people who win something. Just letting you know. Link is down below. And if you're a trader already, it's going to be one of the best decisions, I personally think. Again, be careful with trading, but if you're already one of those guys, Bybit is definitely my recommended platform as of this point. I like it a lot myself. If you don't, understandable, don't use it, but I like it. That's just what I'm saying. Now, again, in terms of what I'm going to trade, I'm really not going long right now. I guess we could try the triple bottom, again, in this little critical area right here for XRP. Would I really dare that, though? To be honest with you, not really. It's a little bit too scary to go for it. It's an area which it comes back to, like, quite significantly a couple of times. It's a little bit too scary, though, for my own personal taste. It's just, let's see if it bounces back from here like it did a couple of times already in the last couple of days. Pretty high chance to do so. You could also see it from a different perspective, like we're basically still building higher and higher and higher. Even though it's a little bit less properly than we expected, it is still building higher. Nonetheless, we just have to kind of adjust the trend line a little bit towards it, like a little bit like this. It can still work though, guys, because it's still within margin. It's still within the triangle. It's just adjusted a little bit. And we're still waiting for a breakout towards the upside, which I would trade. Again, we can try go long right here. Try catch ourselves back up, but I'm not attempting that. I'm waiting for the big breakout, guys. And again, my trades are also set in place already for a settlement or a conclusion by the judge to make sure we make a freaking ton of money the day that happens. Just quickly letting you guys know. All right, but all besides that, guys, let me know in the comment section down below. Have you actually bought any XRP dips the last couple of weeks? Have you done that? Yes or no? Let me know in the comment section down below, and let's move on. Ashish Burla just shared this over on his Twitter. Can crypto disintermediate traditional fiat FX companies to take over the $130 trillion cross-border payment industry? It all comes down to crypto liquidity. And good news, that's trending positively. I break down the data for TechCrunch right here. And there's an article on TechCrunch which says, crypto liquidity is ready to eat cross-border payments lunch. And there's a TechCrunch link. So from my own perspective, guys, Ripple and XRP are trying to take over the $130 trillion cross-border payment industry. That's the takeaway, for sure. And it's pretty significant if you start thinking about it. It's like, we're just wondering and watching the small parts of it right now. We're like, oh, when will XBC $2? What will all these small frugal things? And if you think about it, guys, they're trying to tackle a $130 trillion industry. It's not no freaking small money that we're playing around with. So that's also why I sometimes tell people, if you're really worried about XRP hitting $1.50, or when you're going to make a little bit of money, I think we're playing completely different freaking games. You know, you guys are playing checkers, we're playing chess. Because you got to think a couple of moves ahead already in the aggregate form. It's like, okay, a Ripple's judge conclusion, a settlement, something, it's going to be nice, but in terms of money gained, the real utility and the fact that Ripple's mission is so great and can be so successful is where the actual money is going to lie, if you were to ask me. And just that on its own, guys, makes me so freaking excited you don't even want to know. I get really hyper and really hyped up when I start thinking about how big the change can be that they're making for. And again, a lot of people can't see this longer term vision, which is fine, but I think a lot of us can. And if you have that vision, you know it's critical to just hold on for dear life. At least that's what I'm doing, and it's working like a freaking charm. It's working like a charm. Good fact on the sideline is also, it feels a lot easier when the prices go down knowing that we're in it for the long haul rather than if you're short-term type of guy getting scared for every small little move. Price going down 40%? All right, I'm just chilling. Price going down 80%? I'm just chilling. Price going down 90%? I'm just chilling, buying more. Yeah, that's the good life about a hodler, or even a trader for that matter. Yeah, it's pretty satisfying, to be honest with you. I could just chill here all day while people are worried like crazy about these prices. Isn't it funny, guys? Yeah, to me it is. All right. Ripple coin ready for a big breakout as Maz squeeze it in a tight corner. What a strange article title. A little bit of a thing I wouldn't completely understand, but the message is quite clear. The XRP, which they call Ripple coin, ready for a breakout as MAs, which are the moving averages, squeeze it in a tight corner. Now, honestly speaking, I don't really agree. Second part, they don't really show it here. So MAs are moving averages, which again, they do not even show in the chart, which is kind of strange. They also call it Ripple coin, so I don't really like it. However, if we go back to one of these charts, the MAs I've actually kind of taken away. These are EMAs. The difference is just MA is just a moving average. You have a simple moving average, you have an exponential moving average. We're using the exponential moving average. So that's basically, you take the numbers which you had. So for example, the price of the day, and use an exponent number of it. You don't use the number itself, not a simple one, but you use exponent to kind of see the outliers in a little bit of a different manner, basically. That's, again, there's different preferences to using an EMA or an SMA. And you can see the three little lines right here. Are they really forming a squeeze? Well, it depends, because you have a weekly, which takes, again, this number, amount of closes over a weekly period, or you take them over a daily or a... But first of all, since they didn't give the insights into which ones they've used, it might be somewhere in the article, but not really popping out like that. They used a 20 SMA. Okay, I really personally don't see any significance in this whatsoever. The moving averages basically follows the historical price trend. Yeah, you can sometimes trade it, but it's not something I would definitely do. And then again, guys, in terms of trading, can we attempt to go long right now and try it out? Yes. Is it my personal preference? No, because it's too risky. It may as well work. It may be that you can get up this bounce and get yourself all the way back towards the, for example, 95 or 96 cent area for XRP, or even get a breakout. Is it risky though? Yes, it still is, guys. And that's why I'm really, really hesitant right now, because we, of course, could drop back down a little bit more as well. Right now, we're in a really frugal period. It is really scary to trade XRP right now, so I'm watching out a little bit. But, of course, guys, I have a long position open all the time. Little side note, if you haven't done it yet, make sure you check out my Instagram. A link is down below. There's not too much stuff on here, but I think you enjoy it. If you enjoy my content, you'll most likely enjoy a lot of the memes that I put over on there. So in my story, I share a lot of cool stuff like crypto, smaller updates. Sometimes I share things like, for example, this. If you guys know where it is, put it down in the comment section down below. It was really fun. Then again, we have memes in there. We have a lot of fun stuff in there. Just cool things to entertain you guys with or inform you all with. It depends on whatever I find. For example, yeah, here, investors or nobody. Investors, whenever their positions are going down, it's because of China. You know, or this one right here. When you spend countless hours a day trading and still underperform the market. The joke is there. It ain't much, but it's work. it's just memes, man. You got to understand it. Some people will, some people don't. You also have things like this right here. Crypto is a fun, stress-free way to invest by Jacob, 24. And I'd say it looks pretty good for 24, all right? Yeah, I mean, if you ask me, it looks pretty solid. I would have guessed he's, you know, about 20, 21. All right, moving on, though. If you guys follow me on Instagram already, completely cool. If you don't want to, don't do it, but I think you might enjoy. Crypto nearing a bearish breakout. Cardano, ADA, Litecoin, XRP, BS. It's every coin right now that's nearing a bullish breakout. Every coin is in the same freaking predicament. And that's the fun part about a China crash. Every single time that those crashes happen, people are like, ooh, bullish breakout, ooh, bullish breakout, ooh, bullish breakout. Because it can happen at any one time. And so we're all just lingering here, just waiting to click the buy button like crazy. Because at any one of these times, it could just pump up to the freaking moon. Because China always gets the market to correct. And very often, a little bit afterwards, we get some crazier all-time highs or just some crazy price surges. And again, it might also be that we come back down just a little bit before spiking back up. And I'm not talking literally about XRP at all-time high, but I am talking about XRP getting back to those, for example, $1.90-ish areas or so. It wouldn't be too crazy if we do that pretty soon. Then, next article in line, the XP lawsuit, SEC uses deliberative process privilege yet again to avoid discovery. I don't think I'm actually sure the Ripple response has been uploaded just quite yet, but it will most likely happen whilst I am speaking, or so I guess sleeping, because I have a flight coming up tomorrow somewhere, so I'm going to sleep pretty early. But Ripple today has to put up a new letter addressing some of the deliberative process privilege issues. So we'll see a Ripple letter come up somewhere throughout today. And again, if you were forgetting what the SEC basically discussed yesterday, was basically the SEC is telling Ripple that they do not want some of these documents to be inserted. Oh, here we go, guys. This is basically, Oh, here we go. This is basically his last thing. Here we go. The Ripple's defendant's opposition is going to be coming out today somewhere. I've told you guys about it already. Watch out for it. It might be very freaking interesting to see what Ripple writes as a regard to basically why the SEC has been hiding all this stuff. At least I'm definitely pretty curious about the situation, and I'm watching it closely. But I guess we'll see that in a couple of hours from now. Just know that it's going to happen, and don't be surprised if it does. Then, XRP and XLM in trouble as CBDCs aim to make cross-border remittances cheaper and faster. Little fun fact that doesn't really matter. People are trying to scare you off saying, oh, it's bad for XRP, bad for XLM. No. XRP, for example, is trying to be the bridge between these CBDCs. And so CBDCs making the world a better place is definitely not a bad thing for XRP, because XRP wants to kind of be integrated into the system and make the entirety a better system. So not really a bad thing. People often use this to FUD people out, but it's not really that bad. And a question that I saw pop up, which I don't really officially have the answer to, but I can put up a thesis, is that Uniswap can capitalize on China's crackdown of crypto. Last couple, it's published 5 seconds ago. That's pretty funny. I open it really quickly. Sometimes I do, guys. Sometimes I'm really faster than freaking lightning. Because China was cracking down crypto so much, and a lot of these exchanges couldn't house these Chinese investors anymore, yet China is still just ramping up in crypto activity, and people want to get it over there, specifically because of these regulations. They go for decentralized exchanges like Uniswap, and that's also, I think, why the coin had done so well over the last couple of days. Because, well, they're just going to go for DeFi. They can't do it the official centralized way. It's kind of something to kind of understand and think about. So a lot of these decentralized exchanges right now are definitely a good little holder for the next couple of days, mostly because of China's situation. At least, if you were to ask me, that's a smart decision. But all right, guys, that was it for today's video. Hopefully, y'all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe. And I will definitely see you guys again in another crypto video later today.